Well, that'll do then.
Alice props up and goes, Captain, do you still need me here, or should I go back to the boat and check on John and Doug? I'll do everything you say, but
No.
I can also go and distract her if you do those spells. Like I can guard her room, like I can make sure she doesn't like start cooking that bread. I know how interested you are in the bread.
Adrian,
you know.
Adrian, ask him to taste the flour.
No.
Could you possibly taste the flour?
Yes, Captain.
I bet you have a flour allergy.
Well, you asked me to do it now, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
so
I did.
A big spoon.
You are wanting to help.
A bit. She goes to hand you, Captain. Can you hold or can someone hold the torch? It's not like we need it, but you asked me to carry the torch, so can someone hold the torch?
Yeah, of course we can hold the torch. It would be a bad idea to send you near the flour with a torch.
Yes, thank you. And Alice puts two hands in and grabs the biggest hand. Like this barrel is small. It's about like 2/3 of the damn, or a third of the damn barrel. He's gonna pick up with his hands. Like, is this much? How much you want me to eat?
You're supposed to taste a small amount of it in case it's poison.
Okay, Captain, and like just shakes off
Only
both
a
hands.
single pinch.
Shakes off both hands and just goes. Starts licking all the flour off his hand, and as this happens, Robin comes back as this is happening. You're all watching, by the way. I'm going to presume you're watching. Alice is like, "What are you doing? Come on, we have to go. We have to." Sorry, we have to go back to the by the way, she did change voice. It's not just me forgetting the voice. She completely changed voice. It's like, no, we need to go into the other room. Come on, you can help me. I'll tell you everything I know about the room, but it's hard to describe from out here. And stop eating my flour.
Does the second voice she switches into seem familiar to anyone?
Sounds a bit like Tiberian.
Roll me a perception. The God of Awesome isn't in this campaign. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! No, that's I don't even think I noticed the fucking voice change.
Yeah, I don't think you do either. Adran. Your name is Gnome, but Adran.
Okay.
You can roll for me as well, though. You roll as well.
I did. I rolled a 19.
Cool. 12 plus.
Yeah, what am I rolling for?
Perception.
Scored a 12.
Well, it's plus for perception, which is your wisdom.
Plus perception. Yes, that puts me on a 13.
Not a very smart wizard. Anyway, no, it's not familiar, but it seemed to be a little more aggressive.
Aggressive.
Yeah. It was more like I'm just thinking of the scene from Lord of the Rings, but I can't remember what scene it is. Where like, is it the ghosts or one of the? Someone with the ring possibly turns around and just like out of nowhere gets really aggressive for like a second and then goes back to themselves. It's that sort of reaction.
Okay.
So
but that of course doesn't happen. She's a nice woman. Like yeah.
Very softly spoken.
Does Alice survive? Anything happen, or is it just like it's fucking flour, mate?
Well, as he's licking his hands, not listening to Robin asking him to stop, he's like, Captain, is this enough? Sorry, that's Alice's voice. That's her Robin's voice. Alice like, Captain, is this enough? While licking between his fingers, like, it's lovely flour. Can I go back to the boat now?
How do you pick up this person again?
Have Alice what?
How did Alice join our crew? Get rid of them.
Alice joined your crew because you asked for Alice to join your crew because Alice loves you.
Yeah, well, mistakes were made.
Oh, so now you see it.
3 weeks ago, you're like, oh, my favorite character ever is Alice. Now it's like, fuck Alice.
Well, he was a brilliant NPC. He became annoying. Now he's annoying and he's a get out.
We all agree flour is flammable, right?
Yes. Cast fireball.
We could just take the flour because we could use it to make bread.
Well, the thing is, I still don't trust the magic powder, or the powder, nonetheless.
Yeah, well, thank you for tasting it, but does it taste like normal flour?
Well, why don't we try and burn a little bit, see what happens? separate from the rest of it, obviously.
I suppose
Robin
we're all
interjects. Robin interjects and goes, "Can we please move on? Can I need that flour to live? If we all get stuck here, then we'll need that flour to make bread."
Well, if we all get stuck here, there's plenty of fish.
We've got a few dead fish out in the water we can take.
But
But
we've eaten fishtails for
I've
years.
been
You
here
were
for,
spear
I've been here for
fishing.
years and years, and like that. Just because we have a bit of bread, like or a bit of fish, doesn't mean we're gonna survive. We need to stretch out
No,
our food.
but you've managed for 20 years, and here we come with like a boat
but-
full of supplies.
I don't eat like a dwarf. I eat like a.
What are you saying?
You eat like a what?
Like, shit. Tibbs
What
goes
do you
back.
eat like?
She eats. She's like her kind. Which
She's
believe,
like a hydra.
Hydra. I was gonna say Naga. I knew I said something else. Yeah, Hydra's like I only eat once a week and only a little amount, and I can perfectly survive. You need lots of food.
Yes, yeah. So what you're saying is, no matter if we
Come
survive
on,
or don't
boys,
get out
boys,
here,
can
we
we please just
four
go?
wouldn't survive.
Boys,
We
boys.
four wouldn't survive with the amount of food we currently have. So we might as well do experiments.
Yeah, no, but leave my flour alone, please. Come. We can solve this rumors together. I promise. I know you'll do it. And yous are the people here to save me.
Well, how
We're
do
not
you
here
know
to
we
save
came
you.
here to save you?
Well, I don't. But why else would you be
Well,
here?
exactly.
No one knows of this place. How
You're assuming that makes an ass of you and me. Let's stop this right now.
No, but why else would you come here if it's not to save me?
We've come here because the fish sang a song.
Yeah, the fish sang a song. We killed the fish. We haven't yet roasted them.
The fish
And now we're
sang a
exploring the
song?
cave we found.
What
You're a
fish
cave
sang a song?
dweller.
Fish don't sing songs.
These fish do.
They do after you shoot them with the crossbow. Actually, they stop singing after you shoot them with the crossbow.
Do you mean the mermaids?
Yeah, the fish.
Why did you kill the mermaids?
They attacked us.
No, they only want to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, no, they were trying to kill us. So we killed them.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
A scale for a scale, as they would say.
Yeah.
Not my scale.
Do you have
You have
scales?
scales?
You can see like she's got
Well,
like
you
some-
must have scales because you're making flatbread.
she's
Gotta weigh out the ingredients.
she's got like, so if you look at like, if you take a look at a human, they would have like freckles or like maybe a birthmark or a scab or like some sort of like birth defect. She seems to have like lumpy, like sort of scalier skin and like maybe her elbow or like a bit of her stomach and a bit of her leg. Like, so she has technically scales, but they're more like a birthmark or
So
a
what
skin
have the
mark.
mermaids been eating then? You've been eating the bread for 20 years, sitting in this cave, not leaving. What have the mermaids been eating? Because there was at least 7 of them.
We don't. We kind of like, I keep to myself and they stay out there, and if I need something, we have an agreement. But
Well, you
it
had
doesn't-
an agreement.
So you
They're
talked
dead
to
now.
them.
Well, I don't need like, no.
But
we-
what were they eating? You were eating the bread. I don't know what mermaids eat. Plankton?
I don't know. I didn't ask them. I know not to mess with mermaids. It's like going into a lion's den and trying to play patty cake. It doesn't seem very smart. Now, come, boys, come. Stop eating my flour. Alice, is it? Now, and let's go into let's go solve this puzzle. We can all do it together if we put our minds together.
Yeah,
Tiberian.
but what's down here to our right outside?
Oh, that was the basket room.
The basket room. Can we
yeah.
go and see the baskets?
There's nothing in there. I think the other room would be better.
But I'm
Go
aware.
down to-
because
go
I,
into Mickey
have
Mouse.
I have a basket.
Hang on,
fetish.
hang
Can I
on.
go and see the baskets?
Tiberian,
Yeah.
you said we could. The picture of Robin as shown is what we can
Yep.
describe her as. So I can rightfully ask what her necklace is about.
Yes, you can. So, that's why I was getting you to roll perception slightly earlier. It is an orange stone, similar to the orange stone you have on you. Same tone. It's a very like unnatural orange color, similar to the background color of the orange in the character stat sheets that like you helped design. So when you ask her, I just zoomed up so people
Yeah,
can see us.
sure.
But as you ask, she goes, "Oh, this stone, it kind of, it okay, it brought me here. It has a connection to this place. And I haven't really figured out what it is yet because I keep getting stuck in all the rooms. I'm sorry. Do you know
Have
what
you tried
this
taking
is?
it off?
Well, yeah, but why would and Robin takes off the necklace and it's like holds it for like, what's this gonna do?
Well, you said that it was tied to this place, so if you take it off, you might be able to leave.
Oh. We can try that if we can't solve the room today. Come.
No, let's try it first.
Yeah, I think we should try it first.
And she's like, okay, well,
I'm so sorry, Tiberian.
Can you get out of my room then? And I can hide it in a place because it's my necklace and I don't want to share.
Don't you have
That's fine.
pockets?
We'll leave
Or just like,
No.
yeah, sure.
Winks at the gnome.
Alice.
We'll let you go hide your necklace in your room. Winks at the gnome.
Now, question. Alice goes, again, Captain Adran, can I leave now? Ship. Have I done my duty? Can I go back to the ship?
Yes, you've done your duty. Go back to the ship.
Alice, not even but as soon as the sentence began, he booked it. He was
and he
not
can walk
happy
himself off the plank at the same time. And he could walk himself off the plank at the same time.
If you tell him to do that, he would do it.
Here, but... I want him to die here, but that'll happen later. Don't worry.
And he's the one who saved you in the mermaid fight. But you know,
well, yeah, and he's earned like a decent.
So
death,
basically,
but,
what he's earned his stay, but he's don't need him anymore.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to play 3 NPCs or 2 NPCs. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah,
more importantly, the gnome, you've been winked at twice. How are you going to use that wink?
I've been winked at.
Yes, Adran said twice. He winks at you when they said they would leave the room.
We will leave you to hide your necklace in your room. Winks at gnome.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I'm going to leave Mr. Nuts. Well, she hasn't seen Mr. Nuts, so Mr. Nuts is going to stay in there hidden.
Can you roll me a stealth check, please? No advantage.
We get advantage because she doesn't even know that the squirrel exists.
No, because the room is very bare besides the bed and the couple of things. Well, unless Mr. Nuts jumped into the flower.
Well, if you read the whisper I sent you, he can't. But I rolled 14 plus.
I didn't get a whisper.
On Twitch. I thought that would be the best place to send it to you.
I don't look. I'm not logged into Twitch, but yeah, okay.
Okay.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
While she's hiding the necklace, I want to.
Well, I rolled a 14 plus stealth. It makes it 20.
Okay.
I'm curious about the baskets.
Oh, now I can see the message. Oh, okay. Let's see if that worked. Actually, first of all, yeah. So that happened. So there isn't that did happen. You can you can tell the people. No one's realized. So that did happen. So you've done that. Sorry, no one else knows what that is. No, so you've done that. Sorry, Ibra,
Yeah.
You've done that. So now Mr. Nuts is hiding where? Because there's a bed, there's the water barrel thing, and then there's like the oven thing. And it's a very clean room.
So there's a bed, a water barrel, and an
Well, it's the
oven.
water barrel thing. It's got the 2 barrels with a pipe between them.
And this is the room where she's hiding her necklace.
She's going to go in there and hide her necklace. Where would Mr. Nuts go?
In the oven.
Okay.
Where's she going to hide it? The room's bare.
Well, if she wants to put it somewhere, like she could put it in the pit. There's a pillowcase. There's like the bed's made nicely, cleanly, so she could put it under the bed. She could put it in between the cushions. She just doesn't want us to know about it, right? And Ibris, I've seen you've ran off. So where are you running off to?
I want to see the baskets because she clearly wants it into another room And
Yeah,
it's not
I'm going to follow the
it's not the
dwarf.
dead end, and it's not and it's obviously not the statue. So yeah, baskets it is.
Okie dokie.
I'm going with the dwarf. Let's go find these baskets.
No, am I coming?
Oh, he's
Yeah,
sitting
I'll
there
come.
nicking the necklace. I don't go.
No, but the scroll can do that. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Nice.
I just need to get 1 second. Piece. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll be the back. No, sorry, no, you're the back. Yeah, and I'll be the front.
Oh, I haven't got roll 20 open. That would help, wouldn't it?
It would, but I can move you. It's cool. I just need to move to the
Cool.
right there. The gnome needs to whisper to Mr. Nuts anyway.
Well, yeah, he's told Mr. Nuts what to do.
Yeah. We shall see if or when he or what he finds. Piece of poop. Reveal area. There's a dead
didn't
end
find
on this
poo.
side. It's not a pillar. It's just the closest thing I could get to match. I'm gonna just.
It's just stone, I guess.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And this way brings you to the room of baskets. While I go and remember that I didn't block 2 walls. Cool. Now you're in this room of baskets.
Wait, hold on. No, is it? It seems suspicious.
I like how you're moving backwards. Go on.
Okay. I want to check for like I don't know the buttons or like things
On the
if
outside or
it
the
can be
inside?
pushed. Unlike this area. So I'm not checking the outside area. I'm checking like the inner cube-ish.
Yeah, I saw where that was. Why wasn't my ping working? So around here. Roll me perception, please.
Not investigation, but yeah.
Oh yeah, investigation, yeah, as well.
Okay,
Either way,
sure.
it's a natural 20. So
yeah.
I don't think either matters. There is no buttons, but you actually, when you look at the walls, they're actually all carved with like a type of hieroglyphic, but it's like a bit dull. So it's like it's grey on grey, but it's slightly different grey. And as you kind of look at it quite carefully, you actually see it's like it's not just like the odd fish or the odd mermaid sort of picture. It's really this story that's being woven, where it's like the first part of a line or what you think is a line is like mermaid like as a king or something or a queen, and then it's like this story of how it became king, and like it was like persecuted in one line, and then it seems to always be like whatever's at the front, the very first paragraph, is how this like beautiful story gets to an end. Now, the other issue is some of the lines kind of seem to be going past this pillar. So this pillar, or whatever that wall is, doesn't seem to be right. And then when you touch it, it's got a different feel. It's got a different like
It doesn't feel like the same rough stone.
Yeah,
as the,
but it also is definitely, as a dwarf, you're a mountain dwarf or a hill dwarf?
Mountain, and
so
if you agree, I get like advantage, but 20 anyway.
you do, yeah. That's why I was just double checking. So you don't, it's not a stone. It's magical of some kind. So it's like if whatever is gonna, like, something is gonna happen, and you don't think it's threatening. You've seen enough like false traps in your days as dwarf, and like you've heard the stories and you've read all the stories. Like if someone's found something as a dwarf, you've been taught it as a kid. When it comes to stone, you know your shit. This stone will just like, it'll either vanish or it'll move out of the way whenever an event occurs of some kind. And if someone's in the way, they'll get pushed away magically, and then they'll be able to, like, there'll be no harm done to them. And that's blocking some of the sentences or some of the stories being told on these hieroglyphs. And it's not even just there, like you follow it around like all the walls, you realize they're all like little mini stories of like different events and stuff. So
one day I'll ask you to write all the story down, but for now let's just go.
Well, you could be living it. Someone like can you actually roll me a history check
yeah,
really quickly?
6.
Never mind. We'll ignore that check. But it's like there's stories like someone will have kings or queens, and like they
Ran?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this? And I like point to the clearly cut off hieroglyphics behind the stone. Can you make any sense of of like why this stone is here. It doesn't. It seems like a magical placed stone.
You're asking me to read the hieroglyphics.
No,
Can I
I'm
use
I'm I'm
history?
I'm asking you to figure out if this thing can be removed, moved, or displaced.
I don't have detect magic prepared, but I don't know if I can still do it as a ritual.
You should be able
If it's
to
a
do
ritual,
it
it
just
just
takes
takes
10
10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I can try it as a ritual, but I might be here for a while.
Are you gonna do that?
Well, I thought that Flower Woman would get pissed off at us.
Oh, she
Don't
is. Don't
matter.
worry, but she
I
can
don't
be slapped.
really
Don't worry.
want to be interrupting. Can I read any of the hieroglyphics? Do they make sense?
If you did, well, you haven't noticed them. If you want to try and notice them,
Point them out to
Oh,
me.
I pointed them out for him. Yeah.
okay, cool. Roll history and I'll tell you.
That puts us on 22.
Shite. So, how long are you going to spend looking at the hieroglyphic? Yeah, that word.
Hieroglyphics.
That's the one. Because they stretch on every wall. You've noticed.
Well, I don't know. Let's spend as much time as I can. Let's keep reading them.
You're going to read like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour.
Well, I'll read the ones here first, and then we'll move along.
Okay, so I'm going to put you
Can
What do
you
they
make
say?
the ritual cast first?
too late. I'm going to put you both
No,
around
because
here.
I mean, I'd have to spend me time doing that. I felt like reading it before we, if the wall says anything.
So as you move around,
Does it appear to repeat anywhere?
no, but you start to recognize, like you think of a tale of of the falling of a king or the rise of the rise of a new lord in some town, and some of these hieroglyphics, and like the dwarf shows you like what he's figured out, which is the like, oh, this block, this like shape beforehand depicts the first block, and then the sentence occurs or the little story occurs. And you recognize some of these stories. You're like, oh, that was the fall of while Tibbs changed his map really quickly to get place names. Wrong map.
Fall of Humpty Dumpty. Yeah.
Well, no, Humpty Dumpty hasn't happened yet, so you wouldn't recognize that. So like it was the fall of the king of Akros, 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 like, and you're like, oh yeah, like that was the story from like 600 years ago, where like he basically like he